Dear friends, in class 11, in chapter number 3, trigonometric functions, we are studying trigonometric functions of sum and difference of two angles. For this, we will need these two results. Sine of minus x is equal to minus sin x, cos of minus x is equal to cos x. This is what we have already studied. If you see my earlier videos, you will get this. If you consider this circle as a unit circle and let AB be any points on the circle, it means the circle is of one unit. Now if this length of the arc is x units, this is also x. The reason is we have length of the arc is equal to r theta, where r is the radius and theta is the central angle made with the positive direction of x axis. Now if you measure the sine value of this, sine x is equal to y coordinate is b, and cos x is equal to x coordinate, that is equal to a. Now if you take the angle negative x, please note negative x angle is always positive when it is measured in anti-clockwise direction, and it is negative when it is measured in clockwise direction. So when you say angle negative x, it will come in clockwise direction and it will be exactly equal to x. Try to understand. This angle and this angle will be same, only the direction will be different. And please note, this point will also be exactly same. Please note, here x coordinate is a only and y coordinate will be this is b, this will be negative b. Now it means sine of negative x is equal to, sine of negative x is y coordinate, that is equal to negative b, and cos of negative x is equal to x coordinate, that is equal to a. Now from these two results we will notice that sine x and sine of negative x, only sign difference is there. It means sine of negative x is equal to minus b is sine x. So you will get, and cos of negative x and cos x is same. So cos of negative x is equal to cos x. This is what we have already studied. We are going to use these two results while deriving or finding the trigonometric functions of sum and difference of two angles. Now consider again, in order to find the next identity, that is of cos of x plus y. Let us find what is the identity for this. For this we will need a unit circle. Now if this is unit circle, then this point will be x coordinate is 1 0. Here you will notice that coordinate is 0 1. This will be negative 1 0. This will be 0 negative 1. Now circle is unit circle. Now we have to find the cos of sum of two angles. So here let us consider, now in book they have taken an obtuse angle, you can take even acute angle, no problem, but I will, in order to avoid confusion, I will keep the similarity with the book. So we will take x angle as a obtuse angle. So let this angle is obtuse angle and let this angle be x angle. Please note, we have already written earlier that the length of the arc is also x, because we know length L is equal to r theta. Here r is unit circle, it means r is equal to 1, it means L is equal to theta. Central angle is also x. So if length of the arc is x, then theta is also equal to x. Now please note, we will take some other angle as y. So this angle is a y angle. Please note, here we have already studied x coordinate of the point is cos of the angle, that is cos x, and y coordinate is sin x. Now if you see, this is the angle made with the positive direction of x axis. Angle made with the positive direction of x axis in anti-clockwise direction is x, and so the x coordinate is cos x and y coordinate is sin x. Now if you add this angle, total angle. This total angle is x plus y because we always measure the angle from the positive direction of x-axis. So total angle from positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction is x plus y. So this angle is x plus y. Now it means its x coordinate is cos of x plus y and y coordinate is sin of x plus y. I hope everybody is understanding this. Cos of x plus y is x coordinate and y coordinate is sin of x plus y. That is this point. Now we are going to consider or we are going to take negative yx angle of negative y. So let this point be P1, this point be P2 and let P3 be the point such that P3 we are going to take and it's going to be something like this. This is negative y axis, sorry, negative y angle. This point is P3 and let the point on positive direction of x-axis be P4. So you will understand here coordinate is 1 0 and here for P3 angle is negative y. So the coordinate of this will be, we have already studied x coordinate is cos of the angle, it means cos of minus y, and y coordinate is sin of the same angle, sin of minus y. Now try to understand this. We are going to consider cos of x plus y. That is, we are going to consider a triangle, this triangle. P1, O is the origin. Consider triangle P1O P3. Consider triangle P1O P3. I hope everybody is able to see this. P1O P3. Then and another triangle, consider triangle P2O P4, this triangle. Consider triangle P1O3 and P2O P4. I hope figure is not confusing you. Please watch the video again and again to make your concepts clear. Now in this, you can see OP1 is equal to OP2 and OP3 is equal to OP4. So we will get OP1 is equal to OP2, OP3 is equal to OP4. Try to understand. OP1 is equal to OP2 and OP3 is equal to OP4. Reason is radii of the same circle. Radii of same circle. Here also you will see the reason is same. Since they are all the radii of the same circle, it means they must be congruent. Now see, angle P1O P3 is equal to y plus P2O P3. So try to understand the figure. You will get angle P1O P3 is equal to angle P1O P2 plus angle P2O P3. I hope everybody is able to understand this. P1O P3 is equal to P1O P2 and P2O P3. So it is the sum of these two angles. Now if you see the measure, this angle P1O P2 is equal to y. P1O P2 is equal to y plus angle P2O P3. Now consider triangle consider angle P2O P4. Angle P2O P4 is equal to angle P2O P3 plus angle P3O P4. P3O P4. Now see, this P2O P3 is same. P3O P4 is nothing but equal to y. Angle P2O P3 plus y. Please note, we are taking here for triangle, we only measure the angle. We only measure the angle. So, measure is y, and we are not going to consider it negative. The reason is we are going to prove that these two triangles are similar, and for similarity, two triangles are congruent, and for congruency we need only the measure, we don't need the direction. So here I have taken positive. The reason is only I want to prove that the triangles are congruent. So here, please note, this I have got y plus P2O P3, and this is also y plus P2O P3. So from 1 and 2, both RHS are same, it means LHS must also be same. Therefore angle P1O P3 must be congruent to angle P2O P4. Please note, in order to prove the triangle, I have taken only angles and I have not considered the direction, hence it is positive. So here I have got this angle is congruent and sides are congruent. It means these two triangles are congruent by SAS test. Therefore I have got triangle P1O P3 is congruent to triangle P2O P4. Now, if the triangles are congruent, then we can say that corresponding sides are congruent. It means, see which triangles I have said, P1O P3 and P2O P4. So these two triangles are congruent. It means P1 P3 is one of the side must be congruent to P1 P3, that is the side made by the first and second vertex, and here also side made by the first and last vertex. It means side P1 P3, that is side P1 P3 must be equal to side P2 P4. Reason is corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So if P1 P3 is equal to P2 P4, then we get. Dear friends, now we have written side P1 P3 is equal to side P2 P4. But what is the length of P1 P3 and what is the length of P2 P4? That can be found with the help of those coordinates. Now we have already studied in coordinate geometry. By using the distance formula, we can find the distance between the 2 points if the coordinates are known. And the distance formula, I hope everybody knows. Distance between the 2 points, distance between AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 bracket square plus y2 minus y1 bracket square, where x1, x2 and x1, y1 are the coordinates of A and x2, y2 are the coordinates of B. So if they are the coordinates of A and B, then we can find the distance between the two points by using the distance formula. X2 minus x1 bracket square plus y2 minus y1 bracket square. This all comes under the root. Now we are also going to find by using the distance formula distance of the segment P1 P3 and distance of the segment P2 P4. So let us find the distance P1 P3. Now we have distance between P1 P3. Distance between P1 P3 is equal to under root x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1, P1 P3, we will have x2 minus x1 is sin x minus sin of minus y bracket square plus x2 minus y2 minus y1. If we have written first, I will write x2 minus x1 first. So I will get cos of x minus cos of minus y bracket square plus y1 minus y2, that is sin x minus sin of minus y bracket square, and distance between P2 P4 is so P2 P4 is under root x2 minus x1 1 minus cos of x plus y bracket square plus 0 minus sine of x plus y bracket square. Now we already know that distance between this and this is equal, so we will get this is equal to this root is equal to this root. Now if you square both the sides, the root will cancel each other and you will get the terms inside the root is equal to the terms inside the roots. The squaring and equating we get. Squaring and equating, I have cleaned the board. Squaring and equating. So both I am writing in a single step. I will get cos x minus cos of minus y bracket square. Now please note, cos of minus y is equal to cos of y only, plus this I will get sin x minus sin of minus y bracket square is equal to, I will get 1 minus cos of x plus y bracket square plus 0 minus, and square of minus is positive, so this becomes positive, sin of x plus y bracket square. Please note, square of negative is positive. I have already removed it. Now this term is equal to this term, so we will take this negative angle cos of minus x, cos of, we have already written cos of minus y is equal to cos of y, so this will be cos y itself, and sin of minus y is equal to minus sin y, so this becomes minus minus, this becomes plus, and we will get sin of plus y bracket square. Now if you try to solve LHS, you will get, this is a minus b bracket square, so I will get cos square x plus cos square y minus 2 cos x cos y, and this will be plus sin square x plus sin square y plus 2 sin x sin y, 2 sin x into sin y is equal to square of first term minus 2 times first into second cos of x plus y plus square of the second is cos of x plus y, cos square of x plus y. Now sin this is equal to plus sin square of x plus y. Now I will need the place, so I am erasing the board further. Dear friends, now we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So cos square x plus sin square x, please note this term, cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. Then cos square y plus sin square y is also equal to 1. So I have written cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1 plus cos square x plus sin square x, cos square y plus sin square y also equal to 1. Now this is minus 2 cos x cos y, minus 2 cos x cos y, and this is equal to plus 2 sin x sin y, as it is I have written. Now this becomes, this is cos square of x plus y, and this is sin square of x plus y. We know sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So sin square of some angle and plus cos square of the same angle is equal to 1. So we will get this total value is equal to 1. So RHS will be equal to 1 minus 2 cos of x plus y, and this total term will become plus 1. So please note, this is equal to 1 plus 1, 2 minus 2 cos x cos y plus 2 sin x sin y is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 2 cos x cos of x plus y. Now please note, if 2 is transposed to the other side, this positive 2 and this positive 2, 1 2 will become negative, it will get cancelled, and if you take this term this side, negative 2 cos of x plus y will become 2 cos of x plus y. I have transposed this term to this side. Now I am transposing all these terms to that side. So this is equal to this 2 as it is. Now if this 2 is transferred, that side is transposed, it will become negative 2. This will become positive plus 2 cos x cos y. This become minus 2 sin x sin y. Sin x sin y. Now please note this cancels and all terms are multiples of 2. So you can divide the equation by 2. If you divide equation by 2, you will get cos of x plus y is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Dear friends, we have reached a very important result. We are going to use this identity for getting the other identities. Now we have got the identity here. Cos of x plus y is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. This identity we are going to use for further deriving the other identities.